West Texas Droning, episode number 15. And hi everybody. It's a little windy here in West Texas. I have not been able to go out and film new drone video, and I'll show you why in a minute. So this is reminiscent. I went back to November, pulled up some videos I have not used yet, and I thought I'd give you a video about the wildlife in the area. Don't forget, the rock is still available. It's a beautiful rock. Look at that rock. Look at the markings, the coloring, the texture of that rock. It is an awesome rock. I tell you, it's going to go to some lucky subscriber, so hang in there. So, here's what we had to deal with last week on the winds. Looks like a lot of fun, huh? That is not drone weather. So, needless to say, I did not fly my drone at all, and I was looking forward to coming out the next week and making a drone video. And this is what I'm looking forward next week. And these are the steady state winds, 21 knots. You can count on gusts higher than that. So, and we've had some tremendous dirt storms along with this. It's just been terrible. Maybe Thursday morning I'll be able to get another video, and I'm working on that at this time as far as the setup, what it's going to be about, and some of the graphics and stuff. But in the meantime, what I thought I'd do is go back, pull up some video from last November, put it together, and give you all a little view of the wildlife in the area and how I enjoy the wildlife. So we're going to go and do this. This is starting off in front of my man cave, which I will show you in a minute. It's kind of a cool thing that I really enjoy. We're going to go up here and take you for a tour of a wildlife viewing area. See, we're going to come in over what we call feeders. Now, the wildlife here, there is food, not a lot of grass, but they have acorns from the oak trees. But they enjoy some treats every now and then, and these feeders provide them with some additional nourishment. There's two feeders you'll see as we look down here. The tall one is inoperative, it's not working. The shorter one is the new one, and it works on a battery and a timer, and twice a day it spits out a big load of corn for the deer, and they do love the corn, so they'll come over and eat the corn, and it gives you an opportunity to view the wildlife, take pictures, videos, and enjoy the goings on of the deer. We also see other things too. We see turkey, we see wild boar, raccoons, squirrels, stuff like that. But mainly you'll see a lot of the deer here. Now this is the viewing place. It's called a blind, and it can be use it as a hunting place or just an observation place. And we just can go out and sit there and watch the deer come in the evening for some nourishment and watch them frolic around. This time of year is the rut, and the bucks, of course, are interested in the doe. And here you see the deer have come into the feeder. There's a pretty good crowd there. There's two big bucks, 6-point and an 8-point, and then about 8 or 9 doe. And when it's feeding time, the bucks are not as interested in the doe as normally. We're talking food here, but you see the difference in size between a buck and a doe. That one's standing upright to the right of the feeder is about a 6-point, and the one that you don't get a big view of is the big 8-point there. But anyway, he's pretty nice deer, and it's fun to watch them jump around and play. Now we'll fly around and just enjoy the area where we do our viewing, where the wildlife lives, and come back in a minute. If you stay tuned, we'll fly right up to and sort of almost into the man cave I built. Foliage here is generally three types of brush or trees. The biggest ones you see there are live oak, and then next to that there's some scrub oak that are a little bit smaller. The live oak they shed their leaves in the spring instead of in the fall, and the scrub oak drop their leaves in the fall. The other kind of trees that you're going to see there or brush are cedar trees, which are evergreen. They're green they're like Christmas trees. They're green all year round. And then the mesquite trees, which are they do lose their leaves in the winter and grow back in the spring. And really in West Texas, it is not spring until the mesquites start to bud out their leaves. They never get caught in a late freeze, so that's our indicator of whether or not it's really spring or not. A little panorama of the area. This is a beautiful area. A lot of people think it's kind of stark and desolate, but it's a beautiful place. Miles and miles of visibility, and it's a good, quiet life out here without a lot of craziness going on. Now we're flying up to the area where I built my man cave. This was during COVID. There wasn't much else to do. We couldn't go out and eat. We couldn't go visit things or be a tourist, so basically we spent our COVID out here, and I used repurposed materials that we had at the property. Some materials we had to get at the store, which was not any fun to have to wait in line 6 feet apart until there was only a few people in the store before they'd let you in. But nevertheless, I went ahead and got her done. Came out here and built a structure that's 7 feet by 9 feet. It doesn't hold very many people, but nobody came and volunteered to help me to build it. So it's my little shed. And you see my truck there, and that little white area you see, surrounded by those big oak trees, is my man cave. I will tell you that it is protected very well by those trees. I have slept out there during powerful thunderstorms, terrible winds, 60, 70 mile an hour winds. It stood up, it's never leaked. And even in the cold, one little butane heater keeps me toasty warm in this little building, so I really enjoy staying in it. And it's a great place for me in case we have a survival event. There are times when we have storms come through and my path back to the city across a low water crossing is washed out, and I just have to stay here. And I can do it. You can see in my building there are boxes that contain survival rations that I check on frequently. They're normally good for 3 to 4 years. I've got barbecue you can see there to cook on. I've got water, I've got charcoal, I've got a butane stove. So if something came up, I could stay here for quite a while, and it's a really enjoyable place for me to pull my chair up in the evening while my food cooks over the barbecue pit, and watch the stars go by, watch the sunset. It's just a great place for me to relax. Mattress, there's a full-size twin mattress, and I've got plenty of padding and mattress toppers on it. It's really cozy. I've got a premium pillow. It's like putting your head on a cloud. I've got a wonderful sleeping bag that's, well, it's really too wonderful. In warmer days, it's way too hot on me. It's great when it's about 30 degrees. It's a kind of an Arctic sleeping bag. But you can see I've got water, food storage, and storage shelf up there with some more, my sleeping bag and pillow. You can see a thermometer there. You can see my CB radio, which I've determined after I mounted it and installed it that nobody uses anymore because you hear nothing except static on it. So anyway, that's my my man cave that I really enjoy sneaking off and getting some solitude. We have lots of rocks and not a lot of green grass, unfortunately, right now. So we'll go ahead and set her down, and you can see the grass and the weeds. It's a little tricky with the winds, but I finally visually get it down on top of my landing pad, which is really one of my storage boxes. Let's set that thing down. And there we go. So I will be back next week. I've got interesting ideas, kind of got some fun things planned. I'm going to do a video using some different control inputs and see what we can come up with. And hope you come back and see that if the weather and winds get good enough for me to go out next week and actually do some filming. In the meantime, I hope you have a blessed week, and we will see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.